Mr. Thomas, are you ready to get started?
I am ready to get started. Are you ready to get started?
I don't know. Let me check my hair one more time.
Oh, yes. Get your hair together. Get that do together.
I think Vincent only had the party without us, so we're about to leave now.
Come on. Grab your dancing partner.
What happened to the music?
I can keep playing music if you want.
You play a little music.
See, this is a problem when you married to somebody younger than you. They always think they're in the club.
I'm dressed for it.
That's why my wife always leaves out on Friday night.
All right, welcome. We got what? 3 minutes to get started, guys. Thank you for joining us tonight. Cynthia Petion here, CEO with Novatech, and
thank you guys. I'm Eddy Petion here. Very nice to see you all tonight. The room is getting crazy, and Mr. Vincent, I think he's having the party by himself.
I think so.
Yeah.
Online with us also is Mr. Ricardo Roy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome, everyone.
What up? Are we gonna get to see your handsome face tonight?
We just gotta turn the video on.
There you go.
There you go.
Woohoo! All right, 1, 2, 3. We all here in the house. Vincent, feel free to leave your camera on as well. We got about 2 minutes to get started. But happy Thursday night, everybody. We all know what Thursday is. The day before Friday. What better way to get everybody's attention? But thank you for joining us. Thank you for celebrating with us. Vincent, thank you for opening up for us as well. Always happy to hear your voice. You got some new gear there too, huh?
Yes. You know, I gotta represent. I can't come to a party without representing.
I think within the next half hour, Vincent, you're gonna lose your voice, but keep it going, man.
No,
yeah. All right. Let me change my share here. Here we go. So we did put a slide presentation together, just something very informal that we'll go ahead and get started on in about 60 seconds or so. Any
I say 58 seconds.
I say 54.
No, 55.
Vincent, if you can just help keep an eye on things, also make sure if there's any hiccups, loss of signal, whatever. Can't always control the signal, we'll try our best.
Yes,
ma'am. We're at a section of the house where we get the strongest signal. That's about all I can do, other than going to the library or anything. I don't know we can do much else. All right, what time you got?
I say we have 30.
It is 8 o'clock on the dot EST.
8 o'clock on the dot.
Okay, so let's start this party.
All right,
let's go.
Welcome everyone. This is Cynthia Petion, CEO with Novatech. We have with us today Mr. Eddy Petion as well, COO of Novatech. Mr. Ricardo Roy, CTO of Novatech, and helping us host tonight is the lovely Mr. Vincent Thomas of the USA. Thank you, Vincent, for joining us. What's that beautiful wife of yours? She's in the background?
She didn't get dressed for the party, Vincent?
All right. If anybody can't hear us, the microphone looks like it's on. Just make sure you got your volume turned up. This is a webinar, so you're not going to be able to see the other people, but you can definitely communicate with ourselves or any of the panelists or the co-hosts that are here. I've been trying not to talk too much the last 48 hours. I'm noticing my voice keeps coming in and out. So
that's because she keeps screaming at me.
That's usually screaming at somebody, traders, my husband, or CTO, whoever will listen to us. All right, so just to give you a little format for the evening, we're gonna try to keep this very brief. I know it's getting late, especially for a lot of people who are staying up with us, but very informal. We're just here to celebrate, have a good time. We're not gonna be doing any formal presentations, but we do want to share some information with you guys. All right, so if we're ready to get started, then let's jump off. First, let's talk about a roadmap. Okay, so we all got started here in June of 2019.
It is now June of 2022, I believe. Yes.
We actually passed our third
Yes.
year on the 19th.
No, we're going on 4 years.
Now we're going on 4
Yeah, we're
years.
going
We're
on 4
officially
years.
pushing
Yeah.
4 years, but this is when we
Almost
registered.
there.
Yeah, this is when we registered the business entity of Novatech in Aruba. We were actually in Aruba vacationing with the kids when the concept came to us. And I think I called,
We're not registered in Aruba.
no, we're not registered in Aruba.
We were in
We
Aruba.
were in Aruba. The
Yeah.
company is actually registered in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but that's where the idea came to us, hence our little getaway to Aruba this year as well. So August of 2019 of the same year is when we actually launched a trading platform. So we spent a few months building on that in order to help get that jumped off. And that's when we opened up our first PAMM account with a whopping 30 users.
That was a lot of people. Yeah.
We spent months promoting to get 30 people to sign up that day. So that was an exciting time for us as well. By December of 2019, though, a lot of you will remember who've been here with us since then. We started getting first reported cases of COVID worldwide. Not the best time to start a pandemic right after starting a new business, but it ended up being a bit of a blessing in some form, way, shape, or disguise, only because we found a lot more people needing to work online, which kind of helped start the business as well. By August of 2020, we launched the current platform that you guys see here that we're using.
So we went from a whopping 30 people to about 800
To a
people.
whopping 800 people
Yes.
1 year later.
Go very slow.
That's
It's
what
okay.
building
Yes.
blocks.
Yes.
I like to call them building blocks. I think my brother will agree with that. He's a slow and steady wins the race. I like to come out the
That's
gate
his
like,
favorite thing.
right?
Do it right or do it twice. Take your pick.
That's
That's
good
right.
point. Good point also. December 2021, guys, just the end of last year. We had our first leadership program. 60 senior executives and higher. And today, as of our third anniversary, we have now over 500 senior executives and higher.
Wow.
Okay. Rick, you able to see our screen as well?
Yes.
Awesome. A little champagne for the occasion. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
If you don't have your drink, feel free, go grab it, but don't stay for too long.
All right. So what can you expect? Here, I know we have a lot of members here, of course, but I know a lot of you also took the liberty to invite some guests here who are not currently part of our program, but you wanted to share, the excitement with them as well. So being a member of Novatech, what can somebody actually expect being here with us as well? You want to do a little explaining on what a PAMM account is and how it actually works?
So PAMM account is basically where we allocate funds to a pool and that gets traded on the live market. And as we make profits, those funds are dispersed to every single member on the same percentage. Okay, and basically that's what the PAMM account work like, because it's all of the company's profits put together.
Good point. All of the
Company's
company's profits pooled together in order to be
in
able
order
to
to
pay.
pay out.
So if we're paying 1%, everybody gets 1% based on the amount
Based on the amount
that they're trading in
they're
that
trading.
account. All right. So I'm going to explain a little bit about how ROI works, what it is that we're paying out on Fridays. So ROI is basically just an acronym for a return on investment. So you guys will notice sometimes it comes earlier in the day, sometimes it comes later in the day. We just try to issue it by midnight every Friday Eastern time to your accounts. And that's based on whatever trading activity is taking place during the week. That may mean we still have some trades open, but based on what we've closed and what we can actually dish out, as part of profits for that week. This is why it varies. This is why it also comes at different times of the day. The morning may be the best opportunity to close it out. The evening may be a better opportunity to close it out. And what gets paid out is basically what is produced, which is why you'll never find any fixed amounts. Okay, and it's why the times may vary. And it's also why we can't promise any, certain percentage also, because we can't predict what activity takes place during the week.
That would mean for us to have a crystal ball.
We'd have a
which I
crystal
wish.
ball, yeah. Rick, if you can do me a favor, a lot of people don't necessarily understand how trading works. Can you explain a little bit the difference between holding, for example, cryptocurrency and trading it, like opening a buy position versus a sell position? Because a lot of people figure, if the market's tanking, that must mean we must be
Yeah,
tanking with it. Maybe you can
So
explain how
there's
buying sell
two
positions
different
work.
strategies, right? So basically holding with cryptocurrency, what you're doing is you're accumulating more crypto assets, right? So regardless of the value, whether the value is increasing or decreasing, you're increasing the holding in the lots of the actual cryptocurrency. So as the value starts to increase, the more crypto you have. Somebody just
So
kicked on. All right. So basically, as the value increases, the more crypto you have, the more the actual pool increases. As far as trading, you don't actually own the asset when you're trading it. What you're doing is you're trading off of leverage. So when you're doing a buy or a sell, you're taking a percentage of what you're actually allocating in a fiat fund. You're purchasing a X amount lot for that particular currency, and then you're selling it back either on a buy or a sell. You're releasing it for a gain or a loss at that point, but you never actually own that currency.
So if I open a sell position on Bitcoin and Bitcoin starts to tank, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a good thing because you open to sell on it. So you're actually open for the position to reverse and to decrease. So as it decreases, your profits increase.
All right,
So
so
basically, we are not an exchange.
right.
We don't just hold your funds and hoping for the market to do better. The funds are being actively traded. Up or down, we make money,
Depending on the position.
depending
you're
on the
in.
positions.
That's
One thing
right.
I'll say, my favorite saying is that there is no such thing as a bad position. It depends on what direction that you place it.
Right, so that has to be done through market predictions based on the trader's experience and everything else. Do you want to talk a little bit about what it is that we trade and don't trade and why?
Yeah, so we get a lot of questions. Do we trade stocks, derivative, and futures, and why not? We don't trade any stocks. We don't trade any futures. We trade crypto and forex where permitted. Some places we trade crypto. Some places we don't trade crypto. Some places we trade forex. Some places we don't trade forex. So when we say forex, we're talking about the euro versus the dollar, for example. You're talking about like the GBP, which is the British pound versus the US dollar, or the GBP versus the euro, or crypto for crypto pairs. So we're trading, let's say, open up, like you said, you open up a sell position against Ethereum. So you use your crypto to sell your crypto to buy more Ethereum. So as Ethereum loses value, gain value, and Bitcoin goes down, then you actually earn more crypto. And so that's how we don't trade stock shares. That's bottom line. We don't do any.
There's certain things that require specific licensing
Absolutely.
also.
Yes.
And
Futures, CFDs,
those types of things. So we don't participate in those. So, we basically stay in our lane, as I like to say. All right, and would one of you like to maybe talk a little bit about what's going on currently in the market and, maybe a little outlook, or I know you guys discussed that quite a bit amongst yourselves as well.
So basically, the current market outlook that we have right now is that what we've been seeing in the market is not just in the crypto world. This is the first time in history since crypto have been founded that is actually following the stock market almost T to T. All right, 2 to 3 years ago, for example, as NASDAQ was tanking, crypto was going up. Now it's the opposite. It's actually following the same pattern. So what does that mean? Is that a lot more bigger institutions are actually falling into the crypto wall? I was reading an article where they say over 71% of the most wealthiest people on the planet have invested in crypto. So that tells you something. When NASDAQ is crashing and they want to move their money to safe positions, like let's say the US dollar is going up, the same way they pull their money out of the stock market is the same way they pull their money out of crypto. However, they wait for it to crash, guys. That's basically the name of the game. I'm not gonna say that purposely manipulating the market. I don't want to make any comment like
To
that.
add to that, before you jump off of that, actually the reason that it is following right now is because so many large trading institutions have entered into the crypto space. So as the crypto started to decrease, a lot of those hedge funds, they were liquidating out of not so much panic trading, but they were trying to manage their risk, which is what they're supposed to do, right? So that's why you see the trend kind of mimicking the current market. Now, once they feel that the bottom is hit, that's when the whales come back in and they start buying back up, and then you'll see the trend reversing and swinging back in the other direction.
And of course, guys, in all of this, we have risk mitigation practices. We're not trading all of it at once, all in the same position. Funds are allocated to different accounts between different traders who are even trading different currencies, some fiat, some crypto, some a combination of both, depending on the regions that they're managing. So, one thing people got to realize is with any type of trading, there's risk involved. And sometimes it's just you have to wait those types of things out as well.
Yeah, just before we get to behind the scenes, just so you guys know, with the crypto crash right now, what's going on? Yes, it is a crash, but it's a pattern. This has happened over time, at least 3 to 4 times in the past decade. And every single time it crashed down to a level, when it bounced back up, it more than doubled to what the highest was. So what I said the other day was, say, let's go from 18 to 180. And yes, that's where I wanted to go. And right now, guys, accumulate it as much as you can. Trade it, try to
and accumulating actually also helps, reverse it also, so that the trend starts to climb as well. Because as more people buy crypto, the greater the value is. Just something to keep in mind. All right, so
this is the fun part. So let's stop talking about all the.
This is the
crazy
fun part. All right, but I know everybody would like, they didn't talk about this, they didn't talk about that.
What do we do behind the scenes?
What do we do behind the scenes? So I'd like to share with you guys right now, just I thought, we could talk about all day long about what it is that we do and everything else.
Get the training on it as well.
But put together a little video that we'd like to share with you guys to actually show you what does go on behind the scenes sometimes. So let me know if you can't hear this, but this is just a little quick something we put together.
Guess how?
I'm not sure. Children mostly pictures. Awesome. What's a baseball cap on one went to work?
I only talk on the phone, don't text me. We have a little fun sometimes. TLC.
Live on Zoom.
Live on Zoom.
Little bit stressed out.
Not sleeping. But she is.
Much, but when I do, I sleep hard. That is your CEO
Snoring.
attempting to sleep with her cell phone still in her hand. So, all right.
Should have got Vincent on that one.
All right, that was just for fun, people. But we do actually look like that on a typical day. I usually have to wake them up in the middle of the night. All right. So next topic of discussion. Also, just to kind of add on behind some of this behind the scenes stuff, somebody mentioned to me earlier about a comparison to the Obama family. They're like, I love Obama, but Novatech has done more. And I thought that was cute. But you know how they always love to show you before and after pictures of, I know Rick's not an Obama fan. We're not going to get into that tonight. But they always show you before pictures of him before the presidency and after the presidency, because hard work can aid you. So I just wanted to, share some pictures with you guys while we're getting friendly of, how we look,
I'm dying my beard
starting,
every 2 days.
and, 3 years later, how we're still hanging in there. So, the CEO here, before Novatech and after.
Vincent, you're checking this out?
Yeah, I look a lot like my mom now.
This is the younger Cynthia on the right and the older Cynthia.
Yeah, I'm looking more like my mom. Eddie too, this business has taken such a toll on him.
Yeah, I had to shave today just for this meeting.
Our CEO before Novatech and after, that's still a handsome guy though.
I look great, being old. 20 years from now, yeah.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I don't think this has taken a toll on us as much as it's have our CTO. I mean, he's like working countless hours relentlessly just to be able to keep an eye on the system and making sure everything is secure. So unfortunately, he's probably taking the biggest hit out of all of us, as far as aging is concerned. You look just like that.
That's just CTO.
Geez, you could have showed that to me first.
You didn't see it?
You wouldn't have approved. You wouldn't have approved. Yeah. So anyway, I want to talk to you guys a little bit also about some of our system updates that are going to be going on. So, as we said, we transitioned to this platform after about a year of launching the company. And, of course, there's always going to be hiccups and everything else. Just to let everybody know, we are working very diligently, like every single day, to make necessary improvements, including Ricardo here, which is why he's looking so terrible after 3 years. But but the website performance, guys, is something that we're really seriously trying to get ahead. Rick, maybe you can talk a little bit about the kind of traffic and hits and stuff that this website is getting on a weekly basis, which is why sometimes people experience.
Yeah, I mean
And also tell Vincent to stop logging in 20 times.
Yeah.
Especially on Friday. I know Fridays are paydays. Everybody loves to log into the system, but I mean the amount of hits, and when I say hits, it's actually targeted transfers on the website. So basically, you're hitting the website, then you're clicking. So these transactions are going up into literally the 700 millions within a 24-hour span. So the website is 700 million within a 24-hour.
That's a lot of checking my wallet.
Yeah, it's the website is taking a beating, especially on Fridays and Saturdays. But we are working.
I mean, it's better than nothing.
Well, the thing is, it's a live system, right? So we can't just cut it off and make changes. Things have to be done gradually. They have to be done a certain way. So we've been working on it. Performance has improved over the past month, but we still have a lot to do, and there's still things
work to do.
Yeah, we're still adding and migrating systems, so it's going to take a little while, but we are actively working.
Okay.
But no, thank you for all that hard work.
No,
seriously. It's 10 times.
Even over the last couple of months, it's improved. As people continue to join. I mean, I always say every Friday, how shopping websites around Black Friday, right before Christmas and after Thanksgiving, they get hit like crazy traffic and sites are just crashing.
Every Friday is Black Friday.
I would say every Friday's like Black Friday for us, because that's when.
Do you guys remember when the vaccine first came out for COVID? How all the government sites crashed because everybody wanted to schedule an appointment at the same time.
Yeah.
So think about that.
I don't even know they got 700 million hits in a 24-hour period, but that's impressive. And just so people understand, we use the same system you guys are using. So trust me, we understand the frustration with it and are doing everything we can to try to speed that up and improve website performance. So, that's just a continued work in progress. One thing, but a couple of updates currently that we're also working on that I thought everybody might want to hear about. Right now, we have a 24 to 48 hour window for releasing cash outs. Now, that's strictly because of procedurals needed in order to be able to release them.
Security and everything.
Right, you know, it is not an automated process. So it's not like you put it in and it gets released automatically, okay? We're not an exchange. We do value security and take it very seriously here.
And finance take their job very seriously.
Yes, and we've never allowed this to be on an automated system. It didn't matter if somebody was requesting $45 or $45,000. We've never allowed anything to just go out automatically. So it is a review process. However, the more and more requests there are, literally, guys, the minute we release ROI commissions, I think everybody requested at the same time. So now we're having, you know, all of these users making requests in the same period of time and expecting those releases in the same period of time also. It is time consuming. So we're currently going through a process of just being able to
Do mass releases.
do mass releases so that it's more in bulk and not as individual releases. So that should help speed things up quite a bit as well. So that's currently in progress so that we can get those out, because right now it's like by the time we, you know, pay everybody out, it's time to pay again. So it's not only time consuming for us, but I know you guys don't like to have to wait for it also, especially with market fluctuations. So we are currently working to try to get those out as quickly as possible. One thing some of you might be excited about is something, you know, we've always kind of shied away from because we don't like to super automate things. We like for people to be in control of things, but we also thought to ourselves, it might also help with the traffic on the sites if you're able to just auto reinvest. All right, and by doing that, you can actually indicate how much you'd like to put back into your account from your bonuses. You can stop it at any time. There'll be a record, a history of when you made a request, what it was for, and hopefully that'll be able to help you guys automate your businesses and your accounts a little bit better, and also free up a lot of the traffic on the site as well. You wanted to add to that?
No.
No?
I think
Okay.
we covered everything.
Yeah, so again, these are things that are a work in progress, all right? So we're actively working on these. As we have more updates and when it'll actually be completed, we'll also, you know, let you guys know. There was also some delays with direct referrals posting. I think we've kind of sped that up so that it's posting more quickly to your accounts rather than overlapping into the next day. That should already be resolved. If it's not, if, you know, some of the leaders can just let me know. I don't think there's a need to have to open tickets for that. And
That's gonna be everybody's favorite because we get so many tickets on this.
yeah, so as you guys know, we use a payment processor. Okay, Coin Payments have been absolutely fabulous the last 3 years working with us. They really value the business. We value the relationship with them. You know, they have a system set up so that when you send in a payment to us and you indicate it's a set amount, if that payment is short, they actually send you another message telling you your payment is short, you need to pay the difference.
And you have a short window.
Yeah, and you have like 24 hours or something like that to do it. We've actually, working with their developers as well, have reprogrammed the system. Again, we'll let everybody know when this will be officially launched, but it should be really any day now. So that if you do send in a short pay, because sometimes it's also the fluctuation of crypto or your exchanges may take out the fee and all of a sudden your payment is short and you're having to send in more, we'll accept the order for whatever was sent. All right, so.
And it will be credited to your account.
For the amount that was sent. So for example, if you placed an order for $1,000 and you mistakenly sent 900, rather than them sending you a message saying you owe us $100, we'll just accept it for 900, give you credit for 900, and if you want to send more later, you can, but at least these payments will get credited to your account so that you're not having to deal with having to send more money and get refunds. I mean, that was a huge headache for our support team, for you guys. So that's something that we work very closely with them in order to rectify as well. So those are just some updates as far as the system is concerned. I know a lot of you are also interested in our mining project that we've been working on throughout the year also. It's going a little slower than expected, but it's going. So I think that war between Ukraine and Russia is not to make excuses, but a lot of the areas we were looking at were near there, and we've kind of had to rethink these things. And Ricardo and Eddie have been working very hard on trying to find areas and land and locations closer to home.
Mhm.
All right, so that we can better monitor it. You know, coming out of the pandemic, also, we're having discussions with energy companies and stuff like that. You want to touch base on that just a little bit?
I mean, Rick, I know you've been on a couple of ventures with the energy providers. As
Yeah,
far as
so we're actually looking at a
operation.
couple of different things. We're talking to some energy providers with actually getting space on their facilities and building out our own co-locations within their spaces. But we've also been talking to them about doing things like microgrids, where we can bring in alternative energy sources and kind of power our own facility, as well as help feed back to the grid. So kind of give back what we take, or help at least replenish some of what we're using, just to make it more sustainable, more profitable for everyone, and honestly to make it more of a long-term project that everybody can get in on.
Long-term project,
Yeah,
exactly.
instead of just you know, renting the space, looking into building hydropower plants. You know, solar power is something else we've investigated, but you know, it's not the best
It's not an
scenario.
overnight
Yeah,
project.
but it will take some time, but you know
I'm
what,
excited
all we
about
do
it.
is doing the homework and
Yeah.
we networking and meeting a lot of people. So
Yeah, for sure.
we're making some good progress,
Yeah,
but there are a lot of myths about us.
there are myths.
Yes, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'd like to, you know, just share with everybody some feedback just based on the top 5 myths that we hear going around a lot, just to, you know, kind of clarify some things that people may think or not think about the company that, you know, are totally accurate. First and foremost, I didn't dye my hair because I'm on the run.
Oh, we didn't have a video for that. Yeah. Next meeting, she's gonna be wearing a wig, by the way.
People need to know I love my wigs and I love changing my look. But
And that's great for me because I get a different wife every 2 weeks.
all right, see? TMI, there he goes. All right.
You're like, what?
Yeah, but we did want to, you always catch me on board with those. So we did want to debunk the top 5 myths here at Novatech.
5
Myths.
top
Myth
5.
number 1. Despite what everybody thinks, we do not have elves trading for us late at night. We actually have real people doing it. There's no specific software or anything like that, or anybody who comes out the closet, Oompa Loompas.
Oompa Loompas, we're
No,
not
no,
Oompa
no,
Loompas.
no, we don't, there's no Oompa Loompas. We actually do our own trading. Thank you very much. And no, we're not gonna give you our traders information so you can call them at home and ask them what they're doing.
Absolutely.
And again, despite what everybody thinks, our support team does not always know what you're talking about or how best to answer a question, and things do sometimes need to get escalated, referred back. So try to be as clear as you can when contacting support with what the issue is, and be very patient. They're not members, you know, they're people who are trained to actually try to answer your question the best they can, but
And they're not
yeah.
minions, so they don't know everything.
Yeah, they're not pre-programmed, so that would be that. You know, but customer service is not that difficult. All you need to do is be nice.
Just be nice.
Yeah, just be nice. All right. We love myth number 3, the fluctuations in
Number 3.
crypto. Oh my goodness. And of course,
Nah.
we never panic.
No, we don't panic.
No, we don't.
Absolutely not. No. Mhm.
No,
No.
panicking isn't good.
No.
We need to stay controlled, calm.
Yeah.
Myth number 4.
Number 4. I
Myth
think.
number 4.
Yes.
The CEO of this company loves getting your phone calls and messages in the middle of the night. I really,
No.
I don't. I love you guys. I love talking to you. But I do prefer to, you know, get phone calls and messages at decent hours. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, by the way.
Yeah, check the time zone. That's all you got. Just check the time zone.
Then you have other people who tell me, well, I didn't realize it was 2 o'clock in the morning there. I'm like, well, you know, I'm not in Zimbabwe, right? So you have to realize I'm not in the same time
Eastern
zone.
Standard.
I just threw that as a country out there. I'm not blaming Zimbabwe, by the way. Newman, love you. And the final myth that I think is one of the things, this is probably one of the ones we get hit with the most.
Mhm.
And that's people actually think we pay attention to what competitors and
say.
other people say to us online. And that we care so much about what they have to say.
We don't care.
No, we don't care. We don't really care that much. It's the reason why we're able to keep running our business every day, because we don't pay attention to what all the numbnuts are saying online. Is that like a dictionary word?
I don't know. But we don't
Ricardo,
care.
he's very knowledgeable. Is numbnut a word? Like, can I find that in the dictionary?
Is what?
Numbnut? You know, like a numbnut. Okay,
I don't
apparently
know
not. I
if that's
just
actually
made,
in the picture. That's like a
But CTO, he knows everything.
That's a
yeah, he
military
knows
term.
everything. He's like a little walking Wikipedia over there. All
that's
right,
like
so.
that's like ebonics right there.
All right, okay, so we do want to give out some special recognition, guys. Let me check real quick. I want to make sure that this person is online with us. Give me 1 second. Oh, there he goes.
Oh, the infamous top performer
Yeah,
in our company.
Martin, I just sent you a request to accept, if you don't mind doing so. There he goes.
He's already there. Yeah.
All right, so of course we want to recognize everybody, and if we could recognize everybody, we totally
We'll be for
would.
2 days.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
enormous and it's overwhelming and it's humbling. However, I do want to pay special thanks to our ambassadors. And believe it or not, guys, we have a whopping 5 ambassadors. People think, oh my God, it's so hard, I can't get there. You can. We haven't even been around here that long. But we do have one special 2-star ambassador, Dr. Martin Zizi. And I would like to know, sir, if you would mind saying a few words.
The
Wow.
one and
Which one are
only.
you? Can you guys hear
The
me?
one and only
Yeah,
2-star
we hear you.
ambassador.
I'm on mute.
No, I can
No,
hear
we can hear
you.
you.
And yeah, good evening, guys. I'm excited. I just drove from New York trying to rush to get to the house. And I made it to the house before you call on me. This is such a day. This is actually the birthday of the year. Despite all's been going around, and this is Novatech on going into its 4th years, and I am so excited, guys. And in a few words, I want to first foremost say thank you to the founders for their hard work, for the vision, and putting this company together, guys. You think it's simple because you just sit home and sleep. These guys don't sleep. I envy them every day, but what they've accomplished from the vision of Novatech to what you have right now, going into your 4th years, has been an accomplishment despite all the madness in the market. We got to say thank you and clap for Novatech for being what it is. Thank you guys for what you do. And also thank you for understanding the people. It's a process of them understanding what you do. And I want to also thank my team, but not just my team, but all the teams around the world who are actually acclimating themselves into knowing, exactly understanding what Novatech represent. What you need to understand in a few words, guys, I want to just share Sigmund Freud. He's not a guy that I really like, but there's one thing that he said. I didn't care.
You're a psychologist, of course
You're
you
supposed
do.
to like everyone.
I didn't care much about what his id and ego and all this
Psychologist, Sigmund
nonsense.
Freud is a classic.
But there's one thing he said that said most people do not want freedom. In parentheses, I would say we wish for freedom, but most people don't want freedom because freedom involves so much responsibility. And most people are frightened of responsibility. So this is why when you speak to a prospect, the person say no because they're afraid. They're afraid of taking risk. They're afraid of failing. There's so many fears in this world. And by watching TV, you even become more afraid. So what I want to encourage you to do, because the goal is actually for you to become 2-star. To become 2-star, there's one word you need to stick with until you get to that level. And it's focus, and it has to be with a capital F until you get there. And even when you get there as a 2-star, there's a whole bunch of people who help you get there. So you need to go back and help to get them to that level as well. Because the way this compensation is created, and I love it, you cannot move up without lifting somebody else. All right. As you're getting higher, you're going to see it. Okay.
Right.
To become a 2-star, you got a 1-star, you have to have a senior director. And she managed it in a sense. And I think I remember I told Cynthia, man, this is slippery. It's hard to do. All right. She said, what do you think? You think I'm going to make it easy for you to get $100,000?
Yeah,
You need
you gotta work for that one.
you need 2 stars, 2 1-star for you to become 2-star. All right. But it is doable if you, one key in a fabulous industry called network marketing. The key is to believe in yourself and believe in the people that you're working with. Remember what I always said, your net worth is in your network. So if you support your network, if you help them, you give them hands, then not all of them are at the same stage. Some of them can't even set up a wallet. So you got to be patient to do that. And I believe if you do, you will be a 2-star, because she was, she made it in a way that it requires some work. But if you grab the hand of your people, you will get there, because she was a distributor as well. And I could see the distributor in that marketing system, because if it was made by the typical companies, none of us would have made it. But the company realized how much work we're putting in the field, and they want us to have a joint venture with the company. And to finish, one thing I always said, a lot of us invest our money in this company, but the key is, and that's how you're going to recognize those who will want freedom and those who wish freedom. Those who wish freedom only invest their money and they just go to sleep. Those who want freedom not only invest their money in Novatech, but invest themselves in the company. So you and the company is in you. So what does that mean? When someone is trashing the company, guess what? You stand up and defend it. All right? You stand up and defend it, because for Novatech to be successful, you become successful by standing with it. Now, if it takes 1 hour before you receive your withdrawal, if you are with the company, you don't care. You just wait, because they have you in their mind. And that's what I've seen for the past 3 years I've been with these guys. Thank you. May God
Hey,
bless.
Martin, do me a favor. Send me your link. I have 0.15 BTC I would like to put in.
Oh,
Okay,
lovely.
and I'm gonna sign up right under you.
Thank you.
He's good. No, amazing support from you and your entire team. Everybody is awesome. Thank you for sharing those words first. I do want to move on to also recognize our beautiful 1-star ambassadors as well, who also work extremely diligently every single day. Mr. Frank Cicero, Mr. John Garofano, Mr. Yanni Katende, and Mr. James Corbett. These are our 1-star ambassador guys.
You guys are all amazing.
Yeah, we appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for all that you do. And before we wrap up for the evening, guys, I do, sorry.
What about Brendan?
I need to recognize our support team, which is Brandon Preston, who does our marketing, and Tandy Dubé, who helps us with our training. Both beautiful, beautiful souls. Like, I love these guys, honestly. I can't wait to see you guys. You do so much for us on a daily basis that, you know, special shout out had to go to you guys as well.
Thank you, Brendan. Thank you, Tandy. You guys are amazing.
It doesn't matter what you ask me to do.
Mrs.
They're always
Tandy,
like right there.
Ms. Dubé, she does meetings, literally training for you guys every week.
She trains me too.
Yeah, she can train me.
Like she's
And Brendan,
awesome.
he's amazing.
Even
This
at
guy,
our Telegram page, our
about
Instagram page.
80% of the stuff you see going on
Yeah.
the Telegram is all handled by Mr. Brendan. Thank you, Brendan.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
So
I
we do
really
appreciate these
it.
guys enormously. So we do want to just quickly talk about, we did say we were going to announce our Aruba Getaway winners. So just so you guys are aware, the people who qualified for this, it's 5 individuals, were the people who had the greatest number of personal distributors that they sponsored.
Personal.
Active accounts, personal. We did it that way because, of course, if we just did it by entire teams or amounts, then it would always be the leaders winning.
I can't give Zizzy any more vacation.
We wanted to recognize the people who are working every day to build this. So what's included in this getaway? You will have these individual winners are winning a 4-day, 3-night stay at the Ritz-Carlton in Aruba.
Wow.
They're going to get $500 of spending cash, credit towards airfare, and a dinner with the founders who will also be attending. Beautiful island. It's below the hurricane belt. So it like never rains
Never
there.
rains.
It's a little small island. You could probably get from one end to the next in about 15 minutes or so. So it's very personal. No one else can attend.
Don't bring your downline, don't bring your family, keep them in your
Yeah,
room.
you want to bring your mom, your wife, your kids, you know, that's on you. But we really don't want to, it's only a few days. We really want to be able to spend time dedicated to these individuals. So without further ado, in no particular order, Mr. Pepe Luis Benroso
The
from
Pepe Luis from Mexico.
Pepe Luis is our first winner. He's going to be attending this Aruba vacation. He's been with us from the beginning, really, and we appreciate you so much. PJP Marketing Inc. in the USA also qualified as well. Looking forward to
Congratulations.
we have Mr. Anthony Deloach, also from, I hope I'm saying your name correctly.
Mr.
From the
Deloach.
USA. I actually snatched this picture from him offline. Very nice, handsome fella, but 2 days we've been trying to get a hold of him and he wasn't answering, and I'm telling Eddie, something
he a
must have
real
happened because he
person?
signed up all these people, he must be still around, and finally got a hold of us today. Congratulations to you, looking forward to spending some time with you as well. Mr.
Paris.
I don't know if it's Paris, but he's from France.
Je ne sais pas.
So, yeah. But Laurent, looking forward to spending time with you as well. Congratulations. Thank you for all that you do. And last but not least, Mr. Alan Cousins, also from the USA. So these are the 5 individuals who are qualified for this Aruba stay. It's going to be fantastic. I know I need a vacation. So we're really looking forward to spending
Yes.
time with you guys.
I gotta shave again
Yeah.
for the vacation.
Get some sunscreen on that
Yeah.
head of yours so you don't get any sunburn. So guys, before we wrap it up for tonight, Brandon,
So-
what are we gonna do tonight?
Same thing we do every night.
Thursday.
We're gonna
Yes,
invest in
Thursday.
crypto, okay?
And trade the heck out of it. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really, want to thank everybody who participated. I think we got like near capacity on this one, another couple thousand, I think, on YouTube or whatever. So looking forward to having a great week
And a great vacation, a great getaway.
here.
Thank you, all of you guys. Thank you for all your hard work. Listen, I say it every day. We couldn't do it without you. You guys are out there. You guys are the one pushing it.
We
pushing
wouldn't
the
even
company.
want to.
But we're here to support you. If anything, any good feedback, bad feedback, we appreciate all of them. Okay. Just don't send any more support ticket asking
We love you
about
guys.
the Uncle Lumpas.
Guys, good night. Enjoy the rest of the
Night.
year. Love you
Good
all.
night.
All right, thanks.
Or
for being
the
here.